हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू कंसेप्चुअल मैथ्स। तो इस वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करेंगे कुछ एग्जांपल्स ऑफ चैप्टर 4 दैट इज क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशंस फ्रॉम योर एडवांस्ड मैथमेटिक्स टेक्स्ट बुक। नाउ व्हाई एग्जांपल्स आर इंपॉर्टेंट टू डिस्कस? क्योंकि किसी भी चैप्टर में कमांड बनाने के लिए उसके एग्जांपल्स क्लियर होना बहुत जरूरी है। तो इस वीडियो में हम कुछ सिलेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस डिस्कस करेंगे बिफोर द एक्सरसाइज 4.1। ये वीडियो थोड़ा लंबा होने वाला है, बट आई एम वेरी श्योर दैट इट विल बी हेल्पफुल फॉर यू, सो वॉच इट टिल द एंड। So our first question is, form a quadratic equation with the following rules. We know that when roots are given, we can form a quadratic equation in this way: x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta equals to 0, where alpha and beta are the roots of the given equation. So here in the first question, our roots are 5 plus under root 2i, comma 5 minus under root 2i. So we can form the equation in this way: x square minus sum of the roots, that is 5 plus root 2i plus 5 minus root 2i into x plus product of the roots, that is 5 plus root 2i into 5 minus root 2i equals to 0. Okay, now solve it further. Root 2i gets cancelled, so 5 plus 5 is 10x plus, this is a plus b into a minus b, that is a square minus b square. So a square is 5 square minus b square. What is b? b is root 2i. So a square minus b square. So further, this will become 25 minus root 2i square becomes 2i square. And we know the value of I square is minus 1. So it becomes minus 2. So minus of minus 2 is plus 2. Hence finally we get x square minus 10x plus 27 equals to 0. Okay. So next we are given the roots as p by q and minus q by p. So let's see how to do it. So what will be our equation? X square minus sum of the roots, that is p by q plus minus q by p into x plus product of the roots, that is p by q into minus q by p equals to 0. Now solve it further. X square minus, we'll take LCM here, will be pq. So p square minus q square into x plus this gets cancelled out, so we are left with minus 1 equals to 0. Further, x square minus p square minus q square upon pq into x minus 1 equals to 0. Now we multiply the whole equation with pq. So pq x square minus p square minus q square into x minus pq equals to 0. So this is our required equation. Now let's see the next question. This is question number 2. It says, form a quadratic equation when one root is 3 minus root 5. So we know, students, that this irrational roots come in conjugate pairs. So if one root is 3 minus root 5, so the other root will be 3 plus root 5. So now we can form the equation, that is x square minus sum of the roots, that is 3 minus root 5 plus 3 plus root 5 into x plus product of the roots, that is 3 minus root 5 into 3 plus root 5 equals to 0. So it becomes root 5 gets cancelled, so 6x plus again a square minus b square. So a square is 9 minus b square is 5 equals to 0. So finally we got x square minus 6x plus 4 equals to 0. Now next question is, under what condition the roots of the equation ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0 are such that first is one root will be twice the other, second one root will be square of the other, and third is the difference of the roots will be equal to their product. So let's see one by one. So in the first case, what we are given one root will be twice the other. So we assume one root to be alpha. So let alpha be a root of the given equation. Therefore, the other root will be 2 times alpha. Therefore, 2 times alpha will be the other root. Right. Now, what will be the sum of the roots? That is alpha plus 2 alpha equals to minus b by a, and alpha into 2 alpha equals to c by a. Because we know that sum of the roots equals to minus b by a and product equals to c by a. So further we get 3 alpha equals to minus b by a and 2 alpha square equals to c by a. Now we have to remove this alpha because this is unknown and we need to find the condition in terms of a, b and c. So find alpha from here. Alpha equals to minus b by 3a. And we will put this alpha in this equation. So what do we get? 2 into alpha square, that is minus b upon 3a square equals to c by a. So solving further, we get 2 into b square by 9a square equals to c by a. So cross multiplying, we get 2b square into a equals to 9a square c. This a gets cancelled out. So we are left out with 2b square equals to 9ac. So this is the condition. Okay. Next part. Now see the next part. In the next part, we were given one root will be the square of the other. So if we consider one root to be alpha, what will be the other root? The square of the previous root, that is alpha square. Therefore, the sum of the roots, that is alpha plus alpha square equals to minus b by a, and the product of the roots equals to c by a. So this becomes alpha cube equals to c by a. Now how to proceed further? So see, here we got the value of alpha cube, and here we have the sum of alpha and alpha square. So if we square the whole value, then we can get the term alpha cube, and we can use this alpha cube equals to c by a condition here. So we can proceed in this way. I am doing it here. That is alpha plus alpha square whole cube equals to minus b by a whole cube. You understood now why we are cubing it both the sides? Because we need to use the condition alpha cube here because we don't have any other option. So we are trying by cubing it both the sides. So what do we get? A plus b whole cube equals to a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b equals to minus b cube upon a cube. So it is alpha cube equals to c by a from here, and alpha to the power 6, that is alpha cube whole square, and So this will be c by a whole square plus 3 into alpha square, that is alpha cube, again alpha cube. So c by a, alpha plus alpha square equals to minus c by a equals to minus b cube upon a cube. So we multiply the whole equation with a cube. So what do we get? A square into c plus c square into a plus 3 into a into c into minus b equals to minus b cube. Now we'll bring this b cube here, that is b cube plus a square c plus c square a minus cabc equals to 0. We'll take this 3abc that side, that is b cube plus a square c plus c square a equals to 3abc. And this is our required condition. Next part, it was asked the difference of the two roots will be equal to their product. Now we are given that the difference of both the roots are equal to their product. So let's see how to do it. So we assume the roots to be alpha and beta, and we are given that the difference of the roots, that is alpha minus beta, equal to the product of the roots, that is equals to alpha into beta. This condition is given in the question. Okay, we know alpha plus beta equals to minus b by a and alpha beta equals to c by a. Now from here, if we square both sides, what do we get? Alpha plus beta whole square equals to alpha beta whole square. Now why we are squaring both sides? Because we are given the value of alpha plus beta and alpha beta, and we know that we can write this alpha minus beta whole square as alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta. And this side is alpha into beta whole square. To use these conditions, we are squaring the given condition in both the sides. Okay. Now solve further by putting the values, that is alpha plus beta equals to minus b by a square minus 4 into c by a equals to c by a whole square. So this implies b square upon a square minus 4c by a equals to c square upon a square. I'm doing this side. Now we'll multiply the equation with a square. So b square minus 4ac equals to c square. So this is the required condition. Okay. Now let's move to the next question. It says, if alpha and beta are the roots of the equation ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, then express the values of alpha by beta plus beta by alpha and so on in terms of the coefficients a, b, c. Means we have to express these values in terms of a, b, c. Okay, so let's see how to do it. Since alpha and beta are the roots of this equation, so alpha plus beta equals to minus b by a and alpha into beta equals to c by a. Now the first one is alpha by beta plus beta by alpha. We'll take the LCM, so it is alpha beta. Now we are left with alpha square plus beta square. Now alpha square plus beta square can be written as alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta upon alpha beta. So alpha plus beta, put the value of alpha plus beta, that is minus b by a whole square minus 2 into c by a. upon c by a. So solving further, we got alpha square by b square by a square minus 2c by a upon c by a. Take LCM, that is b square minus 2ac upon c by a. So this a gets cancelled and we are left out with b square minus 2ac by ac. So you can further simplify and write it as b square by ac minus 2ac by ac. This ac gets cancelled out. So it is b square by ac minus 2. So we have expressed alpha by beta plus beta by alpha in terms of a, b and c. Okay. Now let's see the next one. That is alpha cube plus beta cube. Alpha cube plus beta cube. We know that a plus b whole cube equals to a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. So this implies a cube plus b cube equals to a plus b whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. So we'll use it here. That is alpha cube plus beta cube equals to alpha plus beta whole cube minus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta. So alpha plus beta is minus c by a whole cube equals minus 3 into c by a into minus b by a. So it is minus b cube by a cube plus 3bc upon a square. So take the LCM, this is a cube minus b cube plus 3abc. So this is the required expression. Now next one is alpha minus beta whole square. This one is very easy because we often use it in questions. So next one is alpha minus beta whole square. And we can write alpha minus beta whole square as alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta. And why we can write so? Since alpha plus beta whole square equals to alpha square plus 2 alpha beta plus beta square. So if we subtract minus 4 alpha beta from this, that is alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta equals to alpha square plus 2 alpha beta plus beta square minus 4 alpha beta. And so we are left out with alpha square minus 2 alpha beta plus beta square. And so this is nothing but alpha plus beta whole square. Okay. So now put the values, that is, what is alpha plus beta again? Now put the values again, that is minus c by a whole square minus 4 into c by a equals to b square by a square minus 4 c by a. Again take the LCM, that is a square, b square minus 4ac. So this is the required expression. Now next is alpha by beta minus beta by alpha whole square. So let's see how to do it. Alpha by beta minus beta by alpha whole square. Now take the LCM, that is alpha into beta. So this is alpha square minus beta square whole square. Now alpha square minus beta square can be written as alpha square plus beta square whole square minus 4 alpha square beta square upon alpha beta whole square. Now how we can write this one? See here, we have just seen that alpha minus beta whole square can be written as alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta. Similarly, in this case, we have alpha square and beta square in place of alpha and beta. Therefore, alpha square minus beta square whole square can be written as alpha square plus beta square whole square minus 4 of alpha square into beta square. Easy? Okay. Now can we put the values directly? No, we have alpha square plus beta square, so we'll have to simplify it again. So alpha square plus beta square can be written as alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta and whole square of this term minus 4 alpha square beta square upon alpha beta whole square. Now we'll split the terms and write it as alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta and the whole square of this term upon alpha beta whole square minus 4 alpha square beta square upon alpha beta whole square. We can do this. We have just splitted the terms. So this can be written as alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta upon alpha beta whole square. Since we have whole square in the numerator also and also in the denominator, so we can collectively write it in this way. And this will be, and here this alpha square beta square gets cancelled, so we are left out with 4 only. Now next put the values, that is minus b by a whole square minus 2 into c by a upon c by a whole square minus 4. Now solve further, that is b square by a square minus 2c by a upon c by a minus 4 whole square. So split the terms again, that is b square by a square upon c by a minus 2c by a upon c by a whole square minus 4. This implies b square by a gets cancelled, so ac minus c by a gets cancelled, so 2 whole square minus 4. You can calculate it further for a more simplified answer, or you can still leave it here. So this is the required expression. Now next question is, if the equations x square minus 11x plus k equals to 0 and x square minus 14x plus 2k equals to 0 have a common root, then find the value of k. So we suppose that alpha be the common root. Since alpha is the root of both the equations, therefore we can write it alpha square minus 11 alpha plus k equals to 0 and alpha square minus 14 alpha plus 2k equals to 0. Since alpha is the root, so it will satisfy the equation. Therefore, by cross multiplication, alpha square upon alpha upon 1 upon. Now to use the cross multiplication method, we have a trick. हम पहले अल्फा का कोफिशिएंट लिखते हैं, that is -11, फिर कांस्टेंट टर्म that is k, फिर अल्फा स्क्वायर का कोफिशिएंट that is 1 and then फिर से -11 का कोफिशिएंट that is and then फिर से अल्फा का कोफिशिएंट that is -11. Similarly for this equation also, so alpha का coefficient is -14. Again the constant term is 2k. Alpha square का coefficient is 1 and alpha का coefficient is again -14. For alpha square, cross multiply this, that is -22k product of this both, that is -14k. Okay. Similarly k into 1 minus 2k into 1 is k minus 2k. Again 1 into -14, that is -14, minus 1 into -11, this is -11. Okay. So further we get -22k plus 14k equals to alpha upon minus k equals to 1 upon -14 plus 11. That is alpha square upon -8k equals to alpha upon -k equals to 1 upon -3. Therefore, alpha square equals to -8k upon -3 and alpha equals to -k upon -3. Minus gets cancelled, that is 8k upon 3 and alpha equals to k by 3. Now what we need to find? We need to find the value of k. So we will eliminate alpha. We will substitute the value of alpha from here. That is k by 3. So k by 3 whole square equals to 8k by 3. This implies k square by 9 equals to 8k by 3. 3 1 ja 3, 3 2 ja 9. Therefore, k square equals to 8 3 ja 24k. So we bring this 24k this side and we take k. This implies k into k minus 24 equals to 0. So therefore k equals to 0, 24. So this is the required value of k. So students, I think you understood the questions. In the next video, we'll do some more examples of this chapter. If you like this video, please share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Thank you.